Greetings, everybody. I am the Quest Master. Welcome back to Quest for Lubok. This is a game unlike any other. A game to which is a fantasy exploration game. Entirely in BASIC. All it is an adventure game in text. It's a text adventure. An adventure game made out of text. Well, I don't know where I was going with that, but greetings, everybody. And so I wanted to discuss today I gotta flip through my notes here. The Begafor Harbor. Now, Begafor is an island off the mainland, off the main province. And within this place, though, you find it was the last remnants of a resistance group. Now, if you haven't played Quest for Lubok yet, I suggest you do. The link is over on the website, questforlubok.org, which will be in the description below. And within that whole scheme of trying to have a resistance team to fight an evil entity, it is basically humanity's last stand, right? The last stand of these people was to remove Prince Lubok and then carry forth and reestablish the king, so the whole society as a whole, the whole land, could be cured of this darkness. But it doesn't go that way. The rebellion failed. The war ended horribly. They escaped to the Isle of Begafor. They built this little society there, trying to train their troops to do guerrilla war tactics and all this stuff, and it doesn't work out for them. Now, the whole reason that Begafor is there was that it was originally a post to expand the horizons of, well, Prince Lubok's empire. The whole world as a whole was for his grasp, but it didn't go too well for him, and that's why when you go over to Begafor Harbor, which, if you don't know, is right off from the swamp. So you got the swamp on the mainland, and then you gotta take the ferry to go to Isle of Begafor. And it's something that I'm actually really excited about, because this is a multi-mapped area within the game. It's something that is truly amazing, just on the scale and the source of how big and massive the whole world is. Now we're getting into more lore. Now we're getting into an understandable history, the war itself, the darkness that consumes everything. We're going into that more and more with every passing step within this game. So, like I was saying, Begafor, Isle of Begafor, is so immense. The first area that you go to is that of a harbor. Now, the harbor is where it's a small fishing community, small community of fishermen who try to sustain all life on the island by obviously fishing and whatnot. It's a hermit state. The Isle of Begafor is a hermit kingdom, if you will, and it is just so vast and yet so condensed into this one area. So you go through the harbor, and then you have a choice if you want to the south. It's to the south, it is the market, which is also another small sustainable. So within this place that is the market, you're able to actually go through and shop and look at things and talk to people and get a more. I shouldn't really say shop. You're window shopping because you don't have the currency, but it's a place to tell more of a sense of the history of the people, more of the lore, finding and just being able to spend time with these people and getting to know every aspect of them and of their society. And it is the perfect means of stepping forward into understanding just what the turmoils and the hopes and dreams for the future that these people have. Now, if you're wondering, why did the audio all of a sudden change? It's kind of more echoey. Well, that's because I switched rooms. So that's why, if anybody's wondering. And from the market, we go over to the quarters. It's the living quarters. And within the living quarters of this entire area, it's basically people who... It's basically the guard. The last bastion of hope in this small army. This is where they live. This is where they train. This is where they try to do reconnaissance on the area, on the mainland. They try to figure this is where all the scheming comes from, right? So here you come across Captain Werner, which was made mention to in, I believe it was not the swamp, I believe it was Froon. In Froon, you get to hear about it, you get to understand it all. They talk about Captain Werner. That's the guy who you're gonna have to speak to in the living quarters to get a better understanding, to be able to learn some things about everything within the game. And from there on in, you go to the tomb of King Begafor. Now, King Begafor was the man that was trying to fight back Prince Lubok, trying to, right? And failed horribly. And this is where the tomb is, because obviously he died. And there you meet Creston, which is also brought up in previous installments of the game. And there you have to find the dagger of Havanah. Now, Havanah is one of the 3 ancient relics, or treasures, if you will, that you need to vanquish Lubok. So this is the first step into vanquishing the evil from the land. And now, I do know that a lot of people are wondering how big is this game? Now, I've got 1,055 rooms within this game so far. And the concept is that it's an ever-growing game. It'll only stop the second people forget about it. So if I mysteriously vanish or die, Quest for Lubok could always be picked up by somebody else and then carried on to the next level. See, that's the great thing about Quest for Lubok and what I'm doing is that it's open source, so everybody could use it. Everybody could see what it is. Everybody could understand the whole concept of things, and you go from there. And that's what the fun is all about. You know, I was actually talking to my son, because a couple days until summer's over for him, so you get those couple days in. You know, what are you going to do? You can't waste them. So I was telling him about the stuff I used to do when I was a kid. Basically, beat Doom. Go walking to the old creek and everything like that. Going through nature, exploring everything, Maybe going into some abandoned houses. I don't know. That's what I used to do with my buddies. And just to understanding how to grow like that, adventure-wise. And then I realized, I was like, I was roughly the same age as my son, who's going to be in grade 3, when I started creating the vast world of Quest for Lubok, right? I planted the seeds for that tree when I was around his age. And I was taken aback by it. I was actually just really kind of shocked, and, I'm just like, where does the time go? Where does the time go, But anyway, so far within Quest for Lubok, the Isle of Begafor, I have 1,055 rooms. So that is a massive game, a massive world, and I cannot wait to show you all. And it's going to be amazing. And there's going to be new theme music for my videos. I don't know if you guys noticed, but most of my videos, there's theme music. And so the intro theme is being changed by Enrian. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his name. He's a good friend of mine. He's the guy that does the Quest for Lubok online. He's the one that modified it to play on browsers and whatnot. The guy's a good friend of mine. He's coming up with creating this a beautiful theme, and I cannot wait to play it. I'm on the edge of my seats to listen to it. He told me when I could, and now I'm just like a kid at Christmas, But anyways, thank you so much for joining me here today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Visit me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. You could find me anywhere. I have Twitter. I even have a new Facebook now, too, for the group. Quest for Lubok group. I already figure out that it's not going to be popular whatsoever, but that's okay. I'm just doing this for fun. It's the whole concept of life is to have fun. You take life too seriously, you're going to drop dead at an early age. But if you don't, I always find that, you live longer. I don't know, maybe that's why I'm still alive. But with that being said, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share these videos, share the world Quest for Lubok. Let's have some fun. Let's make a great game. Join me on Twitter. I'm also on Reddit. I also have a Facebook group now, which I don't even know why I made that. And yeah, so enjoy.